What's going on, friends? My name is Infantry, and welcome back to an episode of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. We're off last time we got through the second dungeon, that is the Snake's Remains, and now in this part we're going to go ahead and make our way to our next dungeon. First off, we have Maple here, so let's go ahead and see what Maple has to offer for us. Let's hope it's something good. Nah. Alright. Dang. Do I have a grudge against you? Yeah, she says some pretty ridiculous stuff. The more you run into her, it's pretty funny. Thank you. You may notice that I hold my sword out every time I get out, or every time she runs into me, and that's so that I have more time to pick up stuff when she runs into me. Because because normally you get this, you're in this laid down animation or the knockback animation, and then when she starts picking stuff up, you just have that slight disadvantage. Plus, then even when you hold your sword out, your sword will still be out, and like when there are some items close to you, you can use a spin attack and get tons of items and get all the items that are around you. It's just something that I do. Just so that she doesn't take all my stuff. Alright, so anyway, now that we have the bracelet, we can go ahead and grab that heart piece that I wasn't able to get. And then now we shall be on our merry way. So to get back to where we're supposed to be at, I'm gonna go ahead and make our way this way. Okay, let's go ahead and get that guy out of my way. And I believe we gotta go right down here, because there's actually another heart piece. If we make our way this way. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if it's winter, it has to be winter for you to get this heart piece. So you could get this as soon as you get winter, as soon as you get the winter. So yeah, I just wasn't thinking of it earlier. But yeah, the reason it has to be winter is because that that pile of snow wouldn't be there in any other season. If you want to get it without the winter spirit, then you need to wait for an item, and that doesn't appear till way later on. So yeah, so that is that now. So that's all the stuff that we can get in between. So now we shall be on our merry way. There's not a lot of side quests that you can do in between dungeons in this game, unlike in most other Zelda games. Then again, when the 3D Zelda titles came to be, that's when the games start getting longer in terms of side quests. They add so much to the games, so it's like, there's so much to do, and I could only do so much before I can get so bored. So anyway, there's a new seed satchel. That's a new seed for our seed satchel. Those are scent seeds. I don't remember what their specialty is. So we'll just have to. So I might figure it out eventually once I come to use them. Anyway, so come down over here. This is Bueno, and this is similar to wrestling from Twilight Princess. So we're gonna go ahead and pay this guy right here. And so what's gonna happen is we're going to unequip all of our items. And if we're caught using items, then, which I don't see how, because you don't have your items equipped for this fight, then you have to pay more rupees, and that would be a pain in the butt. So let's do it. All right, this guy is kind of weird. This is it's similar to wrestling from Twilight Princess. What you gotta do here is just push him off the ring, and that's it. It's a little bit weird. I actually say it's a lot more weird than wrestling, and because my sword got unequipped, I have to re-equip it again. Also sometimes there's some of those grass contains bugs underneath them, and they're really annoying. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way over here this time around. Now those enemies cannot be hit when they're flying. You have to wait till they're not moving in order for you to hit them. Okay, so our reward for being Bueno's gloves. What do we do about the gloves? Well, let's go ahead and make our way up here and talk to this guy. I'm Ricky. Spool Swamp is my backyard. If you go south from here, then around and back up, there it is. I'd go with you, but I can't do a thing without my gloves. A guy named Bueno took them when I lost a match to him. Those are my gloves. You brought them back? Thank you. But if you beat Bueno, you must be tough. What's your name? Cool name. I'm Ricky. Someone. Cool name. Nice to meet you. Here, someone. Take this flute. If you need me, just play the flute. I'll try to find you. And we get Ricky's flutes. So now we got 1 out of 3 animal buddies that we're gonna be traveling with in this game. Ricky is one of them. Ricky is a really cool guy. He can punch things, and he can even jump over holes. So that's good. But he can only jump over 1-tile holes. He can't jump over this hole right here. Otherwise, yeah, you'll fall down. You don't want that. Alright. And then here's some enemies. You can go ahead and punch them. You can even punch these green things too, and you won't get hurt, which is really awesome. What a nice feeling. Okay. Out of curiosity, what is in this house? Just want to see. It's so hot. Even sitting by my prized soothing pool doesn't help. I need something creepy to send chills down my spine. What? Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's something we'll deal with later. Okay. Let's see what's in these bushes. Just out of curiosity. Okay. All right. All right. So when you see these cliffs right here, Ricky, you can just jump over. You can just jump on it. Just like that. Pretty. Not a problem. So Ricky's very useful. He's actually going to be very important into getting into our next dungeon. Actually is required, because otherwise there's no other way to getting across that. That seed that we got is our Pegasus seeds. They're similar. This will be our game's dashing. So yeah, this will be pretty much the game's Pegasus boots, since you don't get those in the game at all. So use those if you want to get around quickly. Anyway, make your way inside this house right here. And Ricky cannot enter houses, of course, as you may have guessed. You want in the swamp? That sentence makes no sense. Actually, I lost the key to open the floodgates. Huh? Interesting, huh? Well, you have a switch right here. Why don't you press it? Wow! What the heck? You could have just used a switch, and the key would have been right there. Jesus Christ. That's where I left it. Yeah, wow, that was so hard to figure out. So that's the, oops, did not mean to do that. That's the music for summoning Ricky, by the way. Anyway, that was so hard. So that's the key to opening up the 3rd dungeon. But we actually have to find it first, so... Alright then. So get out your seeds here, and then now we gotta go ahead and lift up these rocks here. And the dash seeds are pretty. They aren't really. They are pretty fast, but they don't go as fast. I mean, in some situations they can be pretty useful. Get rid of these gels here. Okay, make your way up this way. We got these little bugs. Ow, that sucks. And here we are on the other side. If you make your way this way, we have Sakura. Just as I, Sakura, predicted that the time has come when a new power of seasons is needed. This means you must find a doorway to Subrosa land and go to the Temple of Seasons. Wow. I wonder how this guy knows, like, what we need to do. In case you somehow lose your shield, which you can, just from getting hit by a like. this guy will sell you a shield for 50 rupees. So keep that in mind. And right here's a hidden gacha soil if you want to plant your gacha seed. So make your way down this. So place the dungeon key into here, and the waterfall and water goes gushing. It's not really a waterfall. I don't think it wasn't really a waterfall to begin with. I don't think. And then the dungeon opens, and it is up there, but we actually have to. But you're gonna notice. Actually, I'm gonna show us off real quick. You're gonna notice that we can't even get up there. Not even Ricky will help us get up there at all. So, as Sakura said, we need another season into our rod of seasons. Alright, so we're gonna need Ricky here for this part. So let's go ahead and summon him right now. What? Fell flat? What are you talking about? Wow. Lame. Alright, let's go ahead and play it right here then. See if that makes anything better. See, there we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get rid of these Tektites. These Tektites can be rather annoying. Thank you. Alright, continuing onwards. That one tile cliff can be a pain in the butt to navigate through, because it's nearly pixel perfect to get on one tile cliffs. It's weird. Alright, this is where you can get off Ricky, because you actually don't need him up here. Okay, and when you see these portals, this can mean we made it back to Subrosa. So this is a different part of Subrosa now. Alright, so what we can do here in Subrosa, well, we have a market. Let's see what we got in the market. Whoa! I need this! Rare peach stone. Apparently a heart piece is a peach stone. That's great. So this costs 20 ore chunks and 10 ember seeds. Unfortunately, we don't have the money to get that. And in here, we have a ribbon that requires a star-shaped orb. So now, so this is the game. So this is Subrosa's currency in the game. Subrosa has different currency than in Hula Drum, where in Hula Drum you need rupees. In here we have ores. So ores work pretty much the same as rupees. Red ores are worth 10. That was helpful because now I have enough ores for the heart piece now. That's good. Do I have 10 ember seeds? Let me go ahead and check that out. I do. That's good. So now I can go ahead and get the heart piece. Next time we make our way back to the shop. Okay, the Starship Orb is placed randomly somewhere. It is around this area. So let's go. So let's hope I can find it. Let's see, where is it? Ah, here it is. I think it's at that spot. I think it's always that spot because I found it exactly on that spot in practice. That's weird. Oh well. Let's go ahead and claim our prize now. Now that we got what we want. Let's do it. Be careful not to fall in the lava, obviously. So, alright, let's go ahead and get our heart piece. Thank you. And what do you know? We now have our 6th heart. That's good. And then we get ourselves our ribbon. So what do we do with the ribbon, you ask? Well, actually, if you do this beforehand, there is actually a Subrosian girl who wants a ribbon. So let's go ahead and find her. And she happens to be right over here. What a cute ribbon. Is it for me? Yes, it is. Since you're so nice, I'll go on a date with you. Oh my god. Wow. Guess what, guys? So, in this game, our girlfriend is this Subrosian girl. And I believe she has a name. Her name is Rosa, I want to say. I want to say it's Rosa. At least I remember it being Rosa. I'll have to look into that later. So yeah, this is our game's girlfriend. It's weird, but that's just how it works. So notice how now we're in the first entrance of Subrosa. When we first encountered Subrosa, we're actually back here. That's actually pretty cool. Alright then. So this time we're actually gonna make our way this way. And when you're with Rosa, she has a key that'll allow us to open any locked door in Subrosa, which is, but of course she has to be with you in order for that to actually work. This is a really weird day, taking her to the Temple of Seasons. Like, why? Oh well. I mean, I guess if she wants to go there, that's where we'll go. It's kind of weird. It's weird. That's kind of unusual for a date. You know, you and your significant other wouldn't just go to some ancient area, would you? Or at least for a first date, at least. Anyway. Perhaps you are this hero. Now I grant you the power of the spirit of summer. So now we have two seasons on our. Now we have two spirits on our rod of seasons now. So there we go. So now, whenever we summon summer, the cliffs will be covered in moss so that we can actually climb it. Which is required for entering the next dungeon. So now that we have, so now that that's over, we actually don't need Rosa anymore. And in fact, once you leave Subrosa, Rosa will not follow you out of Subrosa. So that's a thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and make our way back out. And it does take a while, but of course, if you don't know your way back, then I guess I'll show it off. In fact, these episodes haven't really been long at all, anyway. So, yeah. Okay, we're out. See you, Rosa. I love you. Okay. So we're outside now, and we can go ahead and make our way to the next dungeon. I like that sound that Ricky makes whenever you jump. It's a pretty nice sound. Okay, so we just gotta make our way back down here. And we actually don't need Ricky anymore, but I mean, we can make use of him for a little bit longer. Or at least up until we get over here. Okay. Get our Rod of Seasons. And you may notice it just went back to winter. That means we gotta use it again. The Rod of Seasons the seasons will only change in order of how the seasons are usually displayed. So it'll go from the order winter, spring, summer, and fall. And because we only have winter and summer, it'll go from winter and summer. So yeah, this is the entrance to the third dungeon. So next time, we're going to enter the third dungeon, which is called Poison Moths. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.